I'm Susan Calman.
Hi!
Your Christmas cruising companion.
Let's get going.
And I'm having a fabulously festive time. In Norway. I've been stocking up on Yuletide spirit wherever I can.
I think I need to leave now.
I've learnt to speak fluent Viking.
Roar!
Shopped for absolute essentials.
My eye is immediately drawn to this donut.
And fed Santa's little helpers.
Hello, sweetheart.
And tonight, things get even more festive as I head deep into the Arctic.
We are sailing through ice. It's unbelievable.
I explore incredible landscapes off the beaten track.
We're at the top of Europe!
Dash through the snow in a 6-dog open sleigh.
This is the most Christmassy thing I have ever done in my entire life.
And keep my fingers crossed.
Hope I haven't missed it.
I catch a glimpse of the elusive Northern Lights.
It's the ultimate bucket list.
I'm now halfway through my snowy Christmas cruise adventure. We've sailed 1,800 nautical miles from Dover aboard the MS Maud, and we're now steaming north along Norway's stunning winter coastline. Today marks a special moment on the cruise as we reach the most northerly point on our Christmas journey. This corner of the world is a winter wonderland, watched over by the dazzling northern lights, which I'm really hoping will make a rare appearance at some point during my trip.
The ship is just coming into dock. It's actually fairly early in the morning, but we are so far north that the sunlight you see over there is probably as light as it's going to get. And it's snowing and it's bracing and it's wonderful. It doesn't matter that it's a wee bit dark. It feels a little bit like I'm in the middle of a real-life snow globe that someone's just given a gentle shake to.
Honningsvåg is nestled on the edge of a frozen and remote coast, but that doesn't stop cold-loving cruisers flocking here to experience its unique terrain. I can't wait to explore this strange new world with my shipmates, who are looking more like a polar expedition team. This incredible landscape is home to dramatic snow-covered mountain roads. And just a 40-minute bus journey from the port is the North Cape, the tip of the island.
Back home, a bit of snow can cause problems. Here, as long as it's safe, off we go. And this is where people come to. Lots of people have come off the ship to the North Cape. And you know, it's a bucket list thing I wouldn't have done if I hadn't been on the ship.
I'm starting to feel like a proper adventurer. I'm a million miles away from the typical Calman Christmas, with my feet up by the fire at home. Just look at these dramatic cliffs, rising 307 metres above the icy water. There's only the Svalbard archipelago between me and the North Pole.
If you look at the sky over there, it's incredible and quite welcoming. And over there, it's an entirely different story. It's grey, it's black, it's slightly ominous. And it's one of those places where you have to do the 360. You can't just look in one direction. You have to go that way. Although, I am a great fan of One Direction, Harry Styles in particular.
But sorry, Harry. Between you and the scenery, I'd choose a Christmas at this place every time. Spectacular, powerful. That's what makes it beautiful.
We're on top of the world!
This is a real-life winter wonderland.
So we're here at the outermost point, really, in Europe. It's incredible.
And the fact I'm here with my shipmates makes this experience all the better.
We're at the top of Europe! We made it! We did nothing, we just sat on the ship. We made it! The northest point a Calman has ever set foot. I should have a flag or something. because I'm quite frightened of the cold and I'm quite frightened of snow and ice. And when it's like this at home, I stay in and I grip my pathway and I wait till it's all over. And I'm here and I'm not frightened in the slightest. This cruise has turned me into an explorer.
I think I've earned my Polar Explorer's badge, but now it's time to get back on board and warm up with a nice hot cup of cocoa. Or so I thought.
He's behind you!
Who goes calling me from Asgard?
I'm not really sure what's going on here or why the man in the mask is waving a stick, but I don't think it's going to end well.
But for becoming a member of the kingdom of the Arctic Ocean, you should be baptized with icicle water.
We've travelled deep within the Arctic Circle, and to celebrate, my shipmates and I are about to be baptised by Njord, the Norse god of wind and waters.
So who is going to be my first victim?
Now, to the untrained eye, Njord may look like one of the crew who's raided the fancy dress box and grabbed a bucket of ice-cold water. But in fact, he's the patron of sailors and fishermen, and the bringer of wealth to the deserving. Though I'm not sure I deserve this.
Are you ready, Susan?
Yes, I'm ready!
Are you sure you're ready?
Yes, I'm ready!
Should we wait?
No, we shouldn't wait!
We
Just
should
do
not
it!
wait. Are you
Just
sure?
do it! Just do
Should
it!
we do it?
Just do it!
Okay.
It's got down my vest! Thank you very much indeed.
You are very welcome.
I'm now part of a very exclusive club because I've been baptised. It was bracing, absolutely brilliant. You have to do these things, don't you? When in Rome, well, Norway.
Coming up,
What?
I'm dashing through the snow,
Oh my goodness, I've never felt such happiness.
and our cruise ship turns into an Arctic icebreaker.
It's unbelievable.
Welcome back to my Christmas cruise along the beautiful Norwegian coastline. On this leg of the trip, we've already docked in Honningsvåg and are now heading south where we'll call it Finnsnes, Kristiansund and Molde, ending up in beautiful Bergen before heading home to Dover. My home for all this festive fun is an expedition ship that's ideal for exploring winter climes. And being in this part of the world means an appearance from the famous Northern Lights could be on the cards. Luckily, this ship has a rather nifty system to make sure no one sleeps through this magical winter wonder.
How it works is you switch on the PA system on your phone so that if an announcement comes, you can hear it. Obviously, now the Northern Lights can appear at any time, most likely later on in the evening, maybe early in the morning. So you've got to be ready for when that call comes. But this is my high alert Northern Lights emergency kit. Thermal socks, very, very important. I decided to get myself a pair of shiny thermal tights. Gives me the look of a contemporary dancer. So if I don't see the Northern Lights, I can at least dance you what my feelings are about it.
A pair of salopettes, gloves, hat and a jacket complete the look.
I can put on this entire ensemble in about a minute. So by my reckoning, from the announcement happening to being on deck 9 to see them, 5 minutes, because I don't want to miss them at all.
I really hope the Lights put in a Christmas appearance this evening. But until they do, another call has come over the ship's PA. We're about to pass Norway's second largest glacier, so it's straight up on deck for me.
What? Bit icy. Watch yourself. Morning, everyone. Morning. Pretty incredible, isn't it? Yeah.
The Svartisen Glacier spans a whopping 142 square miles, and most of it sits more than a kilometre above sea level. It's certainly a sight to behold.
Do you know what I love? Is that everyone's out on deck and there's just a gorgeous low hum of chat and excitement as people are sharing the experience. And it's gorgeous because on a cruise, you're not on your own. You're always with other people. And that's what's happening here. Someone's taking a photo of me. Hello, I'm not a glacier. Take a photo of that. You can see me anytime.
As you can see, we are now becoming an icebreaker. Have a nice day and enjoy the icy and wintry surroundings.
We are actually sailing through ice. We're cutting through the ice in the middle of this beautiful fjord. It's unbelievable. Oh, I never thought I'd see this. It's an expedition ship, but this is where it really feels like we're on a proper expedition.
The streamlined shape and strengthened hull allows the ship to become a genuine icebreaker, slicing through the frozen seas.
What do you think about this?
It's just extraordinary.
You only ever see a scene like this in books. No, and now this is for real. Yes.
Yeah, people say this is a once-in-a-lifetime trip.
Yes.
But it really is.
It is. It's sort of engraved up there forever, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful. I'll leave you to look at the glacier. It's lovely talking to you. See you later on, darling. See ya.
Yes.
And the best thing about this deck of the ship is that it's got a 360-degree walkway, so you can really take in the glacier. But coming to the bow of the ship, I think I've spotted a problem.
So it's got this slightly narrow channel, and we don't appear to have anywhere else to go. So I think what's going to happen, because we've slowed down, is that the captain's going to, as we say in Glasgow, pull a Yui round to get us out. This happened to me in a supermarket car park once, where I couldn't get out. I have faith, though, in the captain. And it doesn't matter, does it? Look at that. Have you ever seen such a thing?
Well, it may not be the technical term, but it seems a Yui was the solution. Just call me Captain Calman. But I don't think they're going to let me near the bridge anytime soon. I'm probably more suited to the lower decks, and back in my room, I've had an invitation to join the team and get my service skills shipshape.
I've arrived back in my cabin to find this badge. It's a team badge with my name on it, and a note from Chef Daniel asking me to meet him on deck 9. Now, I don't know what's going on, but I suspect I am going to be put to work.
If there's one thing I love about Christmas, it's that you can eat what you want, when you want. So for 11sies this morning, it's waffles with jam, cream and berries on the menu, served by yours truly.
It's the presentation that makes everything, isn't it? That's Michelin star, that is.
You won't get better than that.
Move along, sir. There's a queue of people. I don't know if it's obvious to you, but I never had a job doing any waitressing or food preparation. Oh, I've put on your glove. I've given you quite a lot there, but you've got to have your 5 a day, haven't you? They're going to get me into trouble because I'm serving enormous portions of absolutely everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 strawberries left. I'm very sorry. Strawberry? My pleasure. 3 strawberries left, everyone. Apologies. 3 strawberries left. Sir, would you like the last strawberry? Done so with such ceremony. Right, there's 20 blueberries left. There's only 20 blueberries left. It's a crisis situation on board the MS Maud. I don't think we expected quite such a rush on the waffles this morning. Blueberries done. How are we doing, Daniel? That was quite busy, wasn't it?
Did you enjoy it?
I loved it. It's all right. Staff can have leftovers, can't they?
Yeah, of course we can.
So I'll just have a wee bit of cream.
Just a little bit.
Just
Do
a
you
wee
want
bit
a
of
waffle
cream.
with your cream?
No, I'm all right. Just the cream, thanks. See you later on.
We've dropped anchor in Finn's Ness, and having wrapped up warm, I'm leaving my cruising companions on board and travelling an hour to the nearby island of Senya. The locals call it Fairy Tale Island, and with its snow-topped mountains, it's like a scene from a picture postcard. It's the perfect place to meet some new four-legged friends, and a couple of two-legged ones as well. Roger and Trina, who run dog sledding adventures.
Hiya!
Hey!
Roger and Trina, it's lovely
Yeah.
to meet you. And
Welcome.
what's this gorgeous dog's name?
Yeah, his name is Odin.
Odin, oh,
Yeah.
the goodest boy,
Yeah, he is.
Odin. I've always wanted to go dog sledding, so this is a dream come true. What type of dogs take part in the dog sledding?
We have two types of huskies. We have Siberian husky and we have Alaskan husky.
And what's Odin?
Odin, he is an Alaskan
Yeah.
husky.
Alaskan husky.
Yeah.
And what is it about these dogs that makes them so suited to pulling the sleds?
This is dogs who comes from the old days, from the Eskimos.
Yes.
And this is their life.
They really love what they are doing. They really enjoy it. They want to pull all the time.
So you stand on the back.
Yes.
How do you communicate with the dogs in front?
We have trained the dogs who are going in the front to go right when we say right and left when we say left.
Oh, so it's quite simple then. I was wondering if there was a complicated communication. I cannot wait. Should we get started?
Yes,
Okay,
we
I'll
are
follow you.
ready.
Do you know what I'll try and do is not fall down a hole. No, leave me! Leave me! It's not worth it! Oh my God! I'll be getting on the sled in a minute. It's the wildest ride I think I'll ever have. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
This is how Santa must feel on Christmas Eve.
Oh my goodness! Oh, look at them go!
They have a lot of energy.
Yeah, and look how beautiful it is as well. Whoa! Just went through a wee Christmas tree. Oh my word! Oh, it's magical. This is the most Christmassy thing I have ever done in my entire life. Oh, I'm sorry I'm a bit heavy, dogs. Whoa,
Okay, yeah.
It's like the most incredible snow roller coaster.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I've never felt such happiness.
So,
My new canine companions have pulled out all the stops to give me a Christmas ride I'll cherish forever. I can't feel my toes, but I've never felt happier.
How was the dog sledding?
Let me pause for a minute. I loved it. It was absolutely amazing. Just gorgeous to see them.
Yep.
Running ahead. They were so happy. It was wonderful. I got hit by a Christmas tree, which is the most festive thing that can possibly happen. Thank you so much for the experience.
Yeah.
Do you want to taste some lefse?
I would love to.
Yes.
What is it?
It is homemade coffee bread with brown cheese and cinnamon and sugar in and butter.
Cheese and cinnamon?
Yes. We eat the lefse around Christmas. And my mother have made it.
Oh, your mum made it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so gorgeous. I've never had cheese and cinnamon before.
Did you like it?
Love it. That's a Norwegian Christmas tradition.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm going to take home with me. Cheese and cinnamon. People won't believe it. they'll think I've lost my mind.
As evening falls, back in the warmth of the ship, I've retired to my cabin. I'm hoping that tonight might be the night when the Northern Lights put in an appearance. So I'm going to sleep with my fingers and toes crossed.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful northern lights outside. Please go out on deck 9 so you can enjoy this spectacular event.
I know, I'm coming. Come on.
The preparation paid off. I don't think I've ever got dressed so quickly in my life, but I am ready.
Everyone's down there. Hope I haven't missed it. We finally got to see the Northern Lights. They are absolutely beautiful. I've never seen them in my life before. It's truly quite an emotional, beautiful moment that people wait a lifetime to see. It's the ultimate bucket list in Norway to see the Northern Lights, and it is just magical because, I'm sorry, I can't even speak. And it is out of this world. It really is.
Coming up, I take a drive on the truly spectacular Atlantic Ocean Road.
My goodness, it's like a Christmas card.
And put my Christmas knowledge to the test.
It's been a disaster.
My Christmas cruise is heading south, taking in all the spectacular sights and festive fun Norway has to offer.
I know, I'm coming.
I've even been lucky enough to see the stunning Northern Lights.
Out of this world. It really is.
Since then, we've travelled from Finn's Ness some 600 nautical miles along the coast and have arrived in the chilly port of Kristiansund.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Thank you.
This lovely town on Norway's west coast is best known for fishing in the fjords. But I'm just passing through. Like many of my fellow cruisers, I'm swapping the ship for a minibus excursion that will take me on the drive of a lifetime.
Hi there.
Hi.
I'm Susan. Are you my guide?
Yes. Hi, I'm Constanze.
Constanze, lovely to meet you. I see you've decorated the bus with antlers. Very festive. Thank you very much.
Just to get a little bit in the mood, we also put snow over here.
Oh, thank you. You did that for me.
Yes,
thank
obviously.
you. I'm really excited about this. It's like a road trip we're going on. Tell me about it.
Well, you know, we're headed for one of the most beautiful roads of Norway, the Atlantic Ocean Road.
Right. Should we get going?
Yeah.
Like Thelma and Louise.
Oh. Didn't they, like...
Yeah, they died at the end. They died at the end. They did die at the end. You're right.
As we set off, so does the ship. I'll rejoin it later today in the town of Molde, at the other end of my road trip. We're heading out on a breathtaking journey to Norway's most spectacular road, a unique winter landscape of snow and water.
This is a moment where we will drive over the famous Atlantic Ocean Road.
So this is the famous starting now?
It's coming now right at this gas station, basically.
Okay. My goodness. It's like a Christmas card.
The Atlantic Road spans just over 8 kilometres and has 8 bridges linking a series of coastal islands. Hundreds of thousands of people visit each year.
And so there's bridges connecting, so it's little island.
Yeah, there's one right now. You feel it? Where we go a little bit uphill. This is one of the smaller bridges.
So this is one of the smaller ones.
Yes.
If this drive looks familiar, that's because it features in the new Bond film, No Time to Die. The movie has made the road's biggest bridge an A-list celebrity. And no wonder.
Oh, I see it. It looks like it drops off. Okay. It looks as if the bridge just goes up, but it goes down the other side.
Yeah. I hope it goes down the other side.
Along the way, there are several places to stop, take in the views, and prepare for what's coming next.
I mean, it looks like a bridge to nowhere. It looks like you fall off the ends of the earth. And I can't wait in my James Bond minibus to see what happens when we go over it.
At 23 metres above the Atlantic Ocean, this bridge has got me shaken and stirred.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
And just a little bit nervous. It seems to be taking forever.
It feels like, have you ever been on a roller coaster?
Oh, yeah.
Where you're slowly being pulled up just before you go down the other side.
That is quite the fatigue way to put it, actually, yeah.
But at the top, I feel like I'm soaring through the sky in Santa's sleigh. And this view is the perfect Christmas present.
It's just so stunning. It must be a difficult road to drive along for the first time because all you want to do is look at it.
Yeah.
I never imagined that getting from A to B could be so gorgeous and so dramatic. An hour later, I've left the bridge behind and arrived in the small town of Molde, where I'll rejoin the ship. But while I'm here, I want to hunt out a magical place where, I've been told, all my Christmases will come at once.
I've no idea what to expect, but surely that's part of the fun. And my goodness, doesn't it look Christmassy?
This street at the Romsdal Living Museum is like going back in time to Norway's historic snowy past. Haven't seen any Vikings, though. The man in charge is Hans Olaf.
What can I see around here this evening?
Well, it's sort of a Christmas festival going on around here. We have concerts, the lake cutting, dancing.
Dance? What did you say it was called?
The lake cutting.
Lake cutting?
Yeah, you can see that right away, I think, if you hurry.
Dancing, Christmas, count me in.
Well done, that was wonderful, well done. Can you tell me what the dance is about, please?
Well, the dance is about the Santa Claus, who wished all the people to live a nice and calm life.
I can't think of a better thing at Christmas time. Thank you all so much, that was absolutely wonderful. Merry Christmas to you all!
Merry Christmas!
Thank you, you're wonderful. Sending love, bye!
And of course, nothing says Christmas like food. Next stop, something's cooking in Maretta's kitchen.
Hello there.
Hello.
Can I ask what it is that you're making?
I'm actually making flatbrød.
Flatbread?
Yeah, traditional Norwegian bread. They used to make it twice a year, in the autumn and in the spring.
It looks absolutely amazing. Can I try some?
Yes.
Is that okay?
This is with the rosemary, actually.
Oh, rosemary.
And this is plain.
Oh, it's lovely.
You like it?
And what's that? I can smell cinnamon or something.
Yes,
what's this here?
This is gløgg.
Gløgg?
This is gløgg, yes. It's a traditional, it's something like mulled wine. But this is non-alcoholic then.
It's an explosion of taste. It's gorgeous. Is this something you would drink at Christmas time?
Yeah, especially around Christmas time.
Oh, it's absolutely lovely. Do you mind if I take some with me?
Oh, you may.
Oh, thank you. Can I also just grab another bit of this lovely flatbread?
Yes, there's plenty to take.
Thank you so much. Go me.
And hiding round the next corner, yes, it's the Christmas gift shop. Just what I need.
I absolutely love these. I love toadstools or mushrooms anyway for some unknown reason, so these are very beautiful. How much for this?
450.
450?
Yes.
That's about £37.
I would love to buy one. Can I take this one here?
Yes, you can.
And I've got some money. That's 500. Oh, I'll take this gorgeous thing. Thank you very much indeed. I love this more than anything. This is the best Christmas present I've ever bought myself.
Merry Christmas to me from me. Now back to the ship so my little toadstool guy can settle in.
So I've got back to my cabin and I think I found the perfect place for the little toadstool I bought.
As you can see, I put it on my balcony in the snow to light up my journey even more. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous.
I'll let those two get acquainted while I pop back inside. I've got a busy evening ahead.
Two things I love most of all in the world, Christmas and a quiz. What could be better? Of course, I feel a little bit underdressed. It's important to make an effort. So I thought I'd get into the spirit of things.
But with the quizzers gathering downstairs, I need a head start. These two look like they know their stuff.
Hello. Hi. I recognise you from the North Cape. I'm looking for a quiz team. Do you mind if I join you?
Well, I expected to recognise you, Susan. I didn't expect you to recognise me.
Do you mind?
Even with the beard.
As long as you know the answers,
I
that's
know
right.
none of the answers. I'll sit down. I'll take my beer. It's me.
Oh, it is you.
With my new friends Barry and Lois on the team, from now on we'll be known as Calman's Christmas Quizzers. And the man with all the questions is hotel manager Paul.
Welcome to the MS Mode annual Christmas quiz.
No quiz is complete without prizes, and the goodie bag includes cuddly toys, Norwegian chocolate, and...
Oh, we have a very exclusive and custom-made laundry bag. It's multi-purpose and multi-use. You can feel at home with you.
I could clean up here.
Eyes down for your first. You all have a pen. You all have your paper.
Just a few questions stand between us and those laundry bags. How hard can it be?
How many gifts were given in total in the 12 Days of Christmas song?
I'll work out.
What year did Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You come out?
Oh, Paul.
In what country did Silent Night, the carol, originate?
Yes.
In what country did Silent
Nailed
Night
it.
originate?
Top work there from our team. Cheers, Barry. Now it's time for some answers.
How many gifts were given in total in the 12 Days of Christmas song? And the number is 364.
Yes!
Whoa.
Excellent.
I want that laundry bag. I want that laundry bag.
Don't worry, team. We've got this.
What year did Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You come out? And the answer is 1994.
Oh,
down.
Close.
A table
Would
of
she have known that? Have they got it
Is
right?
that a table of Mariah Carey fans?
In what country did Silent Night originate? Of course, it was Österreich.
Germany.
Austria.
Oh, it's been a disaster.
And the scores on the doors for Calman's Christmas Quizzers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Out of how many?
15.
That's appalling.
Right. My only hope is that everyone else has done as badly as we have.
But the winning team are way ahead. No prizes for us.
Well done. What a wonderful night I've had with my fellow passengers at the quiz. So much laughter, so much fun. The result was not quite what I'd hoped for, but it's okay though, because you know what, it's the taking part that counts, right? I really wanted that laundry bag.
Who came up with those silly questions anyway? I ask you. Coming up, I fall in love with the perfect Christmas tree.
This one looks quite friendly. I'm holding hands with it.
And find my voice in a festive sing-along. I'm coming to the end of my ultimate bucket list Christmas adventure, sailing aboard a Norwegian expedition ship. I've had experiences that I'll treasure for a lifetime. But it's not over yet. Today is the last excursion day, and we're arriving into a truly picturesque port. It's the perfect excuse to head up to the deck and take in the views.
So we're slowly sailing into Bergen, which is the last off-ship stop on the cruise, and I cannot wait. It is one of the biggest cities in Norway, which is quite nice because we visited a lot of little fishing villages along the way, but this is the big tune, as we would say, and I just can't wait to see what it's got to offer. Let's go exploring.
The port sees 500,000 cruise passengers like me visit every year. That's nearly double the amount of people who live here.
Goodbye. Thank you.
But this morning I'm leaving the hustle and bustle behind and heading towards the ultimate Christmas tradition at Gimmerland Farm.
When I was younger, we had a big tree in the dining room, and the smell of that real tree is a wonderful memory of Christmas. But back then, I didn't really have much of a choice in what the tree looked like. But now, I'm in the land of the Christmas tree, and I'm on the hunt for the perfect one.
This farm is where authentic Norwegian Christmas trees are born. But finding the perfect tree will be like looking for a pine needle in a haystack.
This one, I think, whilst I enjoy it, it's a little bit too big. That one's a wee bit, it's not got quite enough of that going on. And you wee darling, it's too small.
At last, I think I've found my favourite.
This one looks quite friendly. I'm holding hands with it. So this is the one I think I've been looking for. Absolutely perfect.
I'm in love. However, I'm not sure my baggage allowance will stretch to bringing a full-size tree home. But since Norway has gifted the UK a Christmas tree every year since 1947, this year I'm returning the favour.
I'm going to decorate it as a gift for the people of Norway. I'm going to make this tree look the most fabulous tree in this wonderful forest. I'm going to start off with the classic paper chain. Lovely red and green colours there. I'm very much a fan of the old just throw it on. I've sort of made some decorations to look like the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights. The old crimping scissors. Because do you know what that screams? Professional crafter. I've got your classic snowflakes there, which I'll put on here. It's kind of my trip to Norway in a tree. But of course, you can't have a decorated Christmas tree without the topper. I made a star to sit on top of the tree, because every tree needs to have a star. And that little decorated tree with little paper decorations is my gift to the people of Norway. But this one's staying here. I might see you when you're a bit bigger in London. Thank you. That star's cracking, you know.
I've left my little gift for the locals, and now I'm heading into town to tick one last Christmas wish off my list.
Isn't this lovely? Gorgeous Christmas market in the centre of Bergen. It's the smell I like most of all of a Christmas market, because there's always some nice little food stalls.
For me, Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without a market. Back in the 14th century, they were held for a day or two in early winter, so townspeople could stock up on supplies to last through the cold months.
Hi. Because there's so much stuff here. I love it. This is all chocolate. I could also get a wheel of cheese if I wanted. I've spotted something I already want, stroke need, a crepe. Hi. Could I have a crepe with sugar, please?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. It's the biggest crepe I've ever seen. I'm trying to think of a way to eat this like a lady. I feel like I have to unhinge my jaw. Excuse me, hold on a second. Manuscript. Perfect Christmas market snack.
Everything about this place puts me in the festive mood.
Something sounds absolutely lovely. It's a wee choir. Well done. Really beautiful. That was Silent Night in Norwegian?
Yes.
Gorgeous. What other kind of songs do you sing together as a choir?
We sing a lot of British carols.
Oh, lovely.
We love to sing them.
Do you know Jingle Bells?
Yes.
Yes? Jingle Bells?
Yes.
Do you mind if I join in?
Yeah. You like
I'm the same height as most of the children. How old are you?
She's 8.
I am the same height as an 8-year-old child in Norway. Kids, are you looking forward to Christmas?
Yes!
Are you hoping to get nice presents?
Yes!
Me too, absolutely, I am. Jingle Bells, I'll join the choir then. Brilliant, thank you.
Thank you.
I can't think of a better way to round off my Christmas cruising adventure. I've loved every minute.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, where fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on waters ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a soothing song tonight. Oh,
Wherever you are, whoever you're with, even if it's just me, I'm sending love and wishing you a Merry Christmas. One horse open sleigh, hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Merry Christmas.
And same to you, Susan. And if that's got you dreaming about adventures next year, then step on board the world's most expensive Christmas cruise, brand new Christmas Eve at 8. Followed by a festive trip to Derby as James and Helen spend their first engaged Christmas together in a brand new All Creatures Great and Small at 9. Meet the Parents is your late night movie next.